You probably saw my name in the channel, right? So I'm not a native English speaker, so you probably will face some errors during this video, but don't worry about it. I will make sure that you can understand everything I'm saying. So first, I just want to highlight that this is mostly a technical video, so I will try to not teach you, but show how to do in practice. And I want to start a movement here because I am kind of going against everyone in YouTube now. So this can be dummy, but this can be also something good for everyone who doesn't have experience in programming. So after 10 years doing some code and programming, and we know that for the past 2 years or three, from 2020, something like that, 2021, we have this movement of vibe coding and so on, and using AI for everything. And not that AI is something bad, but I believe that we can still doing something good without depending on AI. So that's the movement I want to start. Basically, it's doing the classic coding. And what means classic coding? Classic coding is basically the way that we used to do, like in the past, in the history that everyone did in 90s maybe, that is doing code, programming without using AI as support. So I've disabled already my Copilot. It's not that I don't use AI and that I am against AI itself, but I want to show you that we can do something without using AI, and it would be much better for you in future to not depend on AI. So yeah, I've spoken AI a lot now, from now. So class coding, that's the thing. And for this video, I want to show you software, web app that I've developed. And this is a PWA. And basically, this is a demo app that I used personally for some things. And this is right now using Firebase. And I am planning to see if I can use Superbase during development. But I will probably change a lot of this interface. And I want to recreate this app with you using a new library that is for Angular. So we use Angular for developing this, and the library is ZardUI, and ZardUI it's basically an alternative for ShadCDN that is for the React world, the Next.js, right? So this is something really good. This is from a great community, and they are developing lots of components and a really nice user experience during this usage of this library. And I really strongly recommend you to try it out, because different from any other library you saw in using Angular, this one you own the components, and this is really a difference from the others. And we will start slowly with the creation of this app. And I will basically not depending on AI, but I will use Google to research, and this we will create this using classic coding, and I hope you don't mind it, and I really hope that you can take some knowledge from this video. And yeah, let's begin. For this video, I will start small. I will just create a basic structure. We will not create the landing page for this project, but we will create the basic structure with the components that we already have in this Zard. We will work on the private layout for this component, and then we will start working on the page. So we have some forms here. We have a list of transactions, and those transactions are using infinite scrolling. So this is retrieving data on Firebase already. And basically, yeah, we also have an import here that it's not the most important thing in this app. But yeah, there is a couple of pages here that we can use and develop to learn how to do this in the good way. And I will even do the implementation of different kind of languages in this app that will load all the translations automatically. And we can also work on the different themes that we are using in this app. That is the light theme, the dark theme, and the system that is currently taking the theme from the operational system. Okay, this is not a huge app, but it can be fun to develop. So we will start from scratch. I probably will forget some things during this process. So yeah, just take it in mind that we will search a lot in Google. That's usually what we do. I will start now creating a new app, MyMoney. And for this new app, we use a minimal flag here from Angular that will create a simple app for us and we're using styles with CSS because of Tailwind. That is the recommended approach for that. And if you have any questions about it, you can simply type ng help, and you can see and you can check here all the comments available for using the Angular CLI. In this project, we use the version I have installed here. So this is Angular 19, and this is the version we use to develop this project. So let's start ng new for the new app, the new app name. I will just reuse this and put here money. And then this will create for us. We will not use at this time the server-side rendering, so we can just say no here. And then this will create a basic structure, and I would say faster for us to start working on this project. After this is installed, we can navigate to this new folder, right? So MyMoney folder, which will contain the Angular project here, the Angular structure. And for that, we will use VS Code to do all the coding of this project. So once we have this project already installed, we can simply type here npm start. That will call the ng-serve command in the package.json file. I'm not teaching you Angular from scratch, but basically, yeah, that's the project that we work on, and it's our starts. And I will show you here. So we have some predefined scripts. And here is the initial structure for this app, and load all the components. So after installing, as I said, we will start with the layout. So we will start with the private layout of this. And for that, we will go back to the Zard documentation and go to the components. And if we scroll down here, we can see that we have here the layout component. Yeah, it sounds great, this one here. We will focus on the mobile development, so yeah, I would say maybe would be better for us to work with this kind of layout here. So before everything, we need to go to the docs and see how we can install Zard into our app. So it's describing here that we will use CSS, and then we can start by running this command here. I will open a new terminal, and let me put this here. And this here. Just a second. Okay. So for this, we will use the command to init Zard in our app. Use this version here with neutral code, neutral theme, and yes, it will overwrite our global CSS file. And the components will be inside shard folder. Components, it sounds good. And we also have the utils folder for that. And we will overwrite our current CSS, global CSS file. Right. So here is an example on how we can add new components to our app. And then we will use the new components. Let me see here. We have here somewhere the layout. All right. So for the layout, we can basically use this to add the layout, and this will bring the component into the shard folder, and then we can start using it. And let's see. Sounds good. Okay, right. So let's start by adding this one. Let's reuse this code. I'm not using AI, but I will copy paste some things, so I hope you don't mind it. So this is the layout demo. Okay, sounds good. And for that, we will copy this component, this usage of all the items that are already available. So yes, let's install the components. The components are installed. We can have a look in here. In the shard folder, we have here the components that we want to use, and also the directive. And then we can here create a folder of layouts. So this folder, we will have a private layout, not component. And we can paste here the code that we use in this project. Basically, we need to solve the reference of each component. That basically it will be in the components folder. So let me just see here. We will go back one and components. Let me see if I can add avatar, for example. And yes, let's install this component as well. So we have here the avatar. All right, so since we are use this, we will come back. So I will just replace here. And we will add the missing components. If we not use them, we can replace them later. And if I'm not mistaken, the components that we use in the layout component, this one it's already the component. Those are the shared components used in the layout, so we need to also specify for those who are from the components, say that they will access this in the layout. And let's add npx start add breadcrumb. They should bring this and should now works. That's also not quite sure if we pass all the missing components if this will work, so let me try it. All right, so skeleton, oops, skeleton, space, tooltip, and layout is already added, and let's see if we pass the. It's adding here the divider, seems to be fine. We have a failed CLI version from package version. I'm not sure what this means. We will add all the missing components now. Okay, once the components are added, we'll just fix the references in here. So yes, this will be at the layout folder. All right, there is only one of the components which are not imported. Okay, and we can, of course, we can use the shard components here. So let's just rename everything and use this here. So yeah, sounds good. Let's check if the app is building. Okay, if it's building here in this terminal, it seems fine. And let's go back to the app, and yeah, everything seems fine. Let's have a look on the app roads file. Okay, and let's create a first page for that, just to put and use the private layout of our app. And for that, I would say it's the dashboard. Okay, so in the dashboard, we can use strategy of modules. So for that, we will just put here a folder called modules. And this, we will have a dashboard module. And we will open in the terminal and create this new component called dashboard. Okay, ngGC dashboard. Okay, we have now the dashboard component, and this will use the private layout. And how we do that? We go into the app roads, and we will specify that we have a path, that this path, it's a global path that will kind of be any path. And this path will have a component, and this component will be our private layout. And let's have a look on it, on that. And yeah, this private layout just needs to be renamed because we haven't renamed it, so it probably has the same name as before. And yeah, demo, so we will call it private layout component. And the private layout component we will specify here. We will import it, and then we'll specify also that we have a children here, and this children will be the original paths of our app. In future, we will also work with the guards for protecting our components, our page, against unauthorized access. But for now, we will have the dashboard. So /dashboard, dashboard. And this will use a given component, dashboard component. Okay, with that, if we go to our new app and specify dashboard, we will, wait, what is missing? Dashboard. Dashboard works, what is missing? Use private, oh, this is very important because I believe we haven't specified that we need to header our content here. So we will have sidebar, we will have sidebar group, and that's not what we will use. And we will use, where is it? ng content. And I believe this is somewhere here. We have redcon skeleton. I would say it actually. So for that we need to import in here the alter module. So this should be enough for us to see the content of what we want to see here. And what we have here that was missing, it doesn't need to put the slash here. So now we can see that we have here our component. And what is happening with this component? What is happening? Okay, we don't have the avatar image, but that's not the only thing here. So let's see, investigate what else would be missing in this. Nothing in the dashboard component. And it seems that the layout is here already, right? So let's see what we have in here. Let's stop the app and try again. And let's see if it changed something. Okay, yes, it changed it. Now we have here what we're supposed to have. Okay, so dashboard is here, right? So we want to add the dashboard inside the private layout, but this we no longer need the skeleton here. So yeah, dashboard works. But okay, what if we want to occupy the entire space in here? I would say that we could try using Tailwind for that. So this is the class that we are looking for. Okay, sounds better, right? But later I will see if I can find something that will fit this thing, or we can just search here. Fit content instead of scrolling. Maybe we should replace this, right? Let me see. If we do this, what happens? Okay, yeah. That's what we were looking for, right? We can finish now this implementation of the layout. I think that's already something good here. And you saw that I haven't used AI. We can just go to the documentation to start a new app. Then we can move on developing this app here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, hashtag classic coding.